Unmuting your microphones, FYI. Thank you.
So even I'm gonna take questions like we're gonna take them Thursday morning. This was like we're gonna take your contract and maybe they're being approved. I told Brian to go, you should tonight. She's Brian's sessions. Let's be in next fight. Who could be them? I'm not gonna ride. Brian's, I mean, I gave mine to Nolan.
Just waiting for the official 6 o'clock. Yeah, not that clock, sorry. Right.
You should be right.
Yeah, well, I sat in here one day and hit it right when the clock changed and then I don't know, time changed or something.
I figured.
Now you may start me.
Okay. It's 6 o'clock on June 23rd. I'm going to call the Buckley City Council meeting to order. You'll all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Clerk, if you will please call the roll.
Smith.
Here.
Wolfvale.
Here.
Arsano.
Here.
Burbank. Here. Bergerson. Here. Mazzoni. Here. Green.
Here.
Seeing no council members are absent, we're going to move on from agenda item number 3 to agenda item number 4, agenda modifications. Council, do you have any additions, corrections, or deletions to the council agenda as presented?
Move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye. Motion carries.
Under the agenda item number 1 for announcements, I'd like to make the following appointment to Senior Citizen Advisory Commission. It's my understanding that Judith Hernandez is not here tonight, but is excited to be part of the commission. I will entertain a motion.
Motion to appoint Judith Hernandez to Senior Citizen Advisory Commission.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay. And then agenda item number B, I want to appoint Councilmember Mazzoni, our new council member, to the Development Services Utilities Transportation Committee, the liaison to the Citizens Advisory Commission, and the alternate liaison to the Senior Citizens Advisory Commission. I'll entertain a motion.
Move to appoint Councilmember Mazzoni to her council committee and the advisory committees as you have so stated.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye. Motion carries.
Okay, next I would like to call up Stephen with the Murrays. Hi, Stephen.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, absolutely. So I do appreciate you guys allowing me to be here and speak real quick. So good evening, Mayor Robertson Harding, council members and fellow community members. My name is Stephen Hopkins. I'm the district manager for Murray's Disposal. We're proud to serve the great city of Buckley. Tonight, I'm honored to stand before you to announce that Murray's Disposal will be donating $2,500 to the Buckley Local Food Bank. This contribution is a reflection of the incredible partnership that we have built with Mayor Robertson Harding with the city of Buckley, and a partnership rooted in community commitment to keeping community clean, thriving, and taken care of. It's been a privilege to work alongside the mayor and the city, and we hope donating serves as a small token of our appreciation for the trust and collaboration that the community has extended to us. Together, we are proud to give back to the neighbors we serve every week, and we appreciate it. We thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's my understanding Tricia Felton will be representing the food bank tonight. Tricia, if you'd like to come up with Stephen, we'd be happy to take a picture for you for newsletters or whatever, Murray's newsletter.
Yeah, we definitely.
Certainly appreciate that.
And then,
Why don't you turn around and come right here and then we'll take a picture for you. Pardon me?
Come on, Brandon.
I don't want
Look at that smile. Gosh, you'd think he's done this before. You got it, Tom? Okay, let's go ahead and give him one too. And then I'll send that to you, Stephen. You're very welcome. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will close real quick. I just do want to extend an appreciation to Mayor Harding. She's been excellent to work with and determined to bring good things to the city. And I appreciate your leadership on that. So thank you.
Stephen, it's my understanding the check's in the mail. Was that
Check in the mail.
You have a photocopy of it? That's.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Public comment. We have public comment 2 times during our council meetings, once now and then at the end. So you are welcome to come speak for 3 minutes, state your name and whether you live in the city or outside the city. And we will not be, council will not be interacting with you. They'll be listening and taking notes. And then sometimes it's as appropriate, we will have staff follow up with you at a later time. So I do see that there are a couple of people that would like to speak now. Donna, did you want to come up? Okay.
My name is Donna Garland. I live in Buckley. I want to say good evening to everyone. Very briefly, I'm a volunteer at the Buckley Kiwanis Food Bank, and I just wanted to thank you for your support of the food bank, and we hope that that will continue on so that we can keep serving our unique little community. Thank you. And thank you, Stephen.
Okay, I do have one here and I'm gonna call you out, Nancy. I can't tell whether that's a no or a yes.
It's a no.
Okay. All right, so we will move on. And like I said, if someone wants to speak later, there'll be another opportunity if there are things in the agenda that you want to comment on. So I'm going to move on to the next item, which is committee reports. And I'm going to start with the mayor's report on the agenda. And I have a couple of things just to let council and the community know. On June 17th, I attended the South Sound 911 board meeting. And of note to council and the community, their discussion was on 2 items that are important to us. One is the 2027 budget, which they are discussing new allocations for members and an increase. So we need to know that so that we can plan for our budget. But we currently spend about $200,000 a year at South Sound 911. And so I'm assuming that that number is going to go up quite a bit. Early discussions also at the South Sound 911 with their executive director, Mr. Yamamoto. He brought up a spreadsheet that talked about additional funding sources for South Sound 911, including a discussion about a public utility district. So they are looking for a second revenue source for South Sound 911. So we will be watching that very closely because that will certainly impact us as a community. June 19th, I attended the memorial service for Doris Maris, one of our longtime members here in the community, and at her church, Community Presbyterian. On the 20th, we all celebrated Pump Bike Park ribbon cutting. And then that evening, I had the honor of attending graduation ceremony for the Basic Firefighter Recruit Academy for Buckley. We had 23 total recruits at the academy, and 9 of which from the city of Buckley. So that was it 9, Chief, or 7? 7, I'm sorry. So that was great. I really enjoyed that. Also, a couple of updates I want to give council and for the community as well. There is a discussion ongoing at Pierce County related to homelessness. And one of the discussions that they're talking about is a unified regional approach in Pierce County. We've all seen the papers. We know that it didn't go very well in King County, the way that they have tried to handle homelessness. I am very concerned that Pierce County will struggle in that effort as well. And they are proposing that they want to spend $400,000 to $600,000 a year to address homelessness. And they would like 5 cities to join their unified regional approach. And then they are going to allocate costs associated with that to each of those partner cities. I met with all East Pierce County mayors in Councilmember Morrell's district, and all of our responses were, we're not interested. We are going to handle homelessness the way we always have handled it in our community, the way we feel our community supports, and we're not interested in joining. So I don't think that makes sense for our community. Also, we are having some issues recently and a little bit of an uptick at the Pierce County Library. We have been struggling with their policies related to how they handle homelessness. I reached out to the library board and spoke to a gentleman by the name of Ryan Wheaton. He is also now the new city administrator for the city of Orting. So he now has a connection to our area. He is reaching out to the person that is in charge. Her name is Gretchen Casarati. And he is going to request a meeting for Mayor Carter from Bonnie Lake, Mayor Bowman of Sumner, and myself to discuss how their policies are affecting our communities and how we can do better. So we'll see how that goes, but that's where we're at. I was very concerned because there were 2 aid calls last week related to the issues at the library. And here is my message to all of you as a community. We love this community. We all want to participate in the quality of life that we love and enjoy. My message to all of you is when you see something, say something. Use the non-emergency line if you feel that that's appropriate for the city of Buckley. If not, call 911. If you see someone at the park using a paper sack with a can of alcohol in it that is against the law, call 911. That gives us the opportunity to interact with that person, find out more about them, where they're from, and try to figure out what's going on. And that specifically will help us with our situation at the library, because they are hesitant to trespass people because they feel like they want to be open and allow people to come in. But that is not something that we as a community support when people are making bad choices. So I'm asking the community to help us with our limited resources to do your part and help us notify in case of an emergency so that we can get people the help that they need. Other than that, we're all very, very excited for Log Show weekend. Please pray for better weather. We're hearing that 4-letter word that starts with N, and we don't want to hear that. And then also, I just wanted to take a moment and give a little quick shout out to my son, Evan, who bought a 1934 Ford flatbed for the parade. And we're all excited to throw the grandkids in it and throw candy at people. So that's the mayor's report. Parks and Community Services, Councilmember Green.
Yes, Parks and Community Services met at 5 p.m. tonight. She's 5:05 because I was late.
Yep.
Talked about the pump track, which launched over the weekend. It was a huge success. I drove by Saturday night and saw like just billions of kids. So many kids. I've never seen that many kids in one spot in my life, all packed on their bikes, just cruising around. Looks like a lot of fun. I'm not going to do it because I'll fall. But yeah, huge success. Awesome. Also, we talked about the cultural resource study for Miller Park that we're still waiting on.
Thank you. Councilmember Woolfield, Planning Commission.
Yeah, so the planning commission meeting was primarily spent defining and discussing frontage standards for our historic downtown districts. So the first thing the planning commission really has to decide is what era we want to set as our guidance for this. And what that is, you know, eras in building culture range of about 40 to 50 years. So right now, the historic range for Buckley is 1880 to 1920. So we have to decide if that is the range we want to keep. We have to define it, what it is, and then figure out how to bring that verbiage into our new guidelines. So fortunately, this will be a long conversation. We meet every other week to discuss this, and this will probably take up the bulk of our next couple of meetings. We are working with Framework. They're a consultant, and they're helping us with kind of nice guidelines of, hey, this is what the bullet points you guys need to meet. So we do have a little bit of framework to go off of, which is nice. But yeah, it's another big one. Good meeting.
Okay, moving on to the consent agenda.
On tonight's consent agenda is approval of the minutes of the April 7th, 2026 study session.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Motion carries.
Okay, on to the regular agenda.
First item is ordinance number 06-26, adopting battery energy storage systems moratorium.
Move to approve ordinance number 06-26, adopting battery energy storage system moratorium ordinance.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Senior Planner Farnsworth is here, and so is Chief Scogan. If anyone has any questions related to? Oh,
Yeah, Chris.
sorry.
It's okay. Yes, as an employee on an energy team that is supportive of clean energy technologies, including BESS systems, I will quietly recuse myself.
Okay.
Do I need to leave?
Typically, yes, you can leave the room and then we'll send Triva out to
Yep.
get you in just a few minutes.
Okay.
So it's been moved and seconded, and Councilmember Wolfville,
I had a question, Mr. Farnsworth, you may be able to answer.
would you come, come to the.
As this moratorium stands, will we be discussing this during the moratorium as far as planning goes and things like that? Is that our outlook?
Yeah, so we will be adding this to the planning commission agenda, just looking at studies, looking at some of the instances where these things have caught fire and just
Yeah.
trying to gather and analyze as much information as we can.
So talking about it won't be part of the moratorium. We'll still be allowed to discuss it while the moratorium is active.
Correct.
Okay.
What the moratorium will do, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, is that it will allow us a minute to figure out what we want to do for next steps.
Okay.
And it means that there's a pause on anyone submitting an application to the city to say they want to cite one. So we want to make sure that we're prepared for however this community wants to address that. But we need to be prepared to do that, and that's what the moratorium will do, and give us that 60 days at this point to be able to address that. And I will say, just as kind of coloring in on the situation, this was brought to my attention by Councilmember Dave Morrell related to code changes at Pierce County for them to be able to allow BESS and other alternative energy siting facilities in Pierce County. So the reason that concerns us is similar to what Enumclaw went through, which is that even though it could potentially be their code will allow them to do it in the county, we are neighbors, right, on 112, very closely with the county, and properties there that happen to be adjacent to our brand new substation are places that are most likely where those sightings will potentially occur. They want to get them to as closely as possible to those actual substations. So we need to be really mindful about what goes on 112th. And so we are we are protecting ourselves. And then also, Councilmember Morel told me he is putting through a couple of amendments to try to help strengthen and protect the people for health and safety reasons in Pierce County. He is asking for a liner under the facilities when they're built, because right now the practice for putting all of these pieces of equipment out, like we have seen the Tesla 167, is lots and lots and lots of water. Well, where does that water go? And now that water's contaminated, it goes right into the soil. So he's suggesting that they put some sort of liner. He's also asking that we increase the boundary of notification from the standard 300 feet. When we want to do something, you notify the property owners 300 feet around. He wants to increase that to 1,000. We feel that that's appropriate to try to get more people aware of what it's doing, and the plume of smoke, the whatever, could affect their properties, and then we feel like they have a right to know, and so does he. So we will keep you apprised on what they're doing. They are supposed to vote on what their code is going to look like on July 14th, which also is well within our 60 days, so that we can then respond to that as well as we may need to for our own community.
May I make a recommendation when we do have this meeting, when it is brought to the planning commission, if the fire chief is available, they're gonna have a bunch of questions that I think you might, if we could plan it to where he could attend.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be a huge benefit.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
Questions about
Yeah.
that thermal events.
That's a great idea, Councilmember Walker.
Well, and just an additional piece of information. So one of these is actually under construction in Sumner currently. So I read it took about 4 years from a initial submittal to it getting approved and construction starting. So we're also going to take a good look at that at the Planning Commission.
Any other questions, comments? Councilmember Smith.
Just a comment that, here we are with all of these politicians that have pushed green energy, EVs, all of this stuff. And now communities have to deal with the problem of what they short-sightedness pushed on us. That how it affects a community with the hazards they're in. The dichotomy of their folly. That is it.
Anyone else? Okay, so I have a motion, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
No, this is a
Sorry,
roll.
Beth, sorry, it's an ordinance. Go ahead, Treva.
Smith,
Aye.
Arcano,
Aye.
Burbank. Aye. Wolfvale,
Aye.
Ferguson. Aye. Mazzoni. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Thank you. There it is.
All right, item number 2 is ordinance number 07-26, adopting the donation of a city hall sign from former Mayor Bo Burkett.
Move to approve the ordinance number 07-26, adopting the donation of a city hall sign from former Mayor Bo Burkett.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, and City Administrator Banks is here to answer any questions anyone may have on this proposal. Seeing none.
I will make a quick comment. The sign will not be put up before log show weekend. It still needs a clear coat put on it before we hang it, but it'll be hung up soon. Cool. I think former Mayor Burkett is planning on putting it in the back of the truck and parading it around log show weekend. So look for it.
Thank you. Okay, you ready for a roll call?
Burbank. Aye. Green.
Aye.
Ferguson. Aye. Wolfvale.
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Mazzoni. Aye. Arcano.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is a recreation services contract with Cycle Therapy.
Move to approve the recreation services contract between the city and psychotherapy.
Second.
All right. And Director of Parks and Recreation Snodgrass is available to answer questions if you want to. Yeah, thank you, Aaron.
Yes, I have mentioned this before to you guys as we were planning to open the pump track. This is the liability contract that helps keep us in the city and that relationship healthy. They come with a lot of insurance, and this helps us clear our liability as they run programs free of cost for our community, help set that facility up for success, both with the safety respect and just the nature of it. We have a lot of people very excited about this program, so it's a good opportunity for us to give kids the opportunity to try it before investing. And they bring free helmets with them as well. So it's a great opportunity. Any questions? I'm here. Perfect.
Okay, so we have a motion and we have a second. So all those in favor?
Aye. Motion carries.
Okay.
Next item is public work. Oh, do you want to talk about the executive session?
So I just want to point out for the public and for council that we did put an executive session on the council agenda for tonight as an option for council if they felt that it was necessary to do so. So what I would like to do is let Public Works Director Jacob Waldo speak and say hello to you. He is on Zoom. And then if you decide that you want to go into executive session, just let me know.
Got it.
Here's Jake.
There he is.
Good evening. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. First things first, good evening, Mayor Robertson Harding and members of the council. I'm very grateful for the numerous interactions and opportunities that have all led to me being here with you guys, albeit virtually this evening. For those of you who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Jake. I've been a public servant my entire working life in public works. And I have a real passion for it. Public works is really the sort of core to not only quality of life, but the health and safety of the community, and sustainable infrastructure operations are key for any city moving into the future. And that's with the unique challenges that we're all facing in municipalities around the country. I look forward to working with all of you and collaborating with you on how we can keep everything driving forward in a positive way into the future.
Thank you, Jake. Council, do you have any questions for Jake? No? Okay. All right. Thanks, Jake.
All right. Thank you, Jake.
Yeah, thanks, Jake.
Thank you.
So, council, what are you thinking? Would you like an executive session or not necessary?
I'm good.
I don't.
I trust the internal hiring process.
Thank you. Okay.
We do need a motion and second.
So I'll need a motion, yes, and a second on the appointment and contract.
Move to approve the appointment and employment agreement between the city of Buckley and Jacob Waldo for the position of Public Works Director.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye. Motion carries.
Okay. Moving on to staff reports, city administrator update, Mr. Banks.
Okay, I'll start with stating the obvious, the carnival's in town. They plan on opening on Friday at 3 p.m. and closing at 10. Saturday open from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. and then Sunday noon to either 5 or 6, depending on how busy they are. Secondly, I kind of wanted to I want to let you all know that 2026 city event applications has been clunky, if you will, this year. So we have made a decision as administration to not collect any city event applications for 2027 until January, because we want to look at our processes and update our processes and criteria for those events. So if you're out and about and you hear that, that is true. So I don't know how many of you were privy to the social media post that was posted this weekend about the cemetery and the current maintenance of the cemetery. That cemetery, we have an agreement, an operations maintenance agreement with Weeks. And the contract is up at the end of 2026. The mayor and I are meeting with Mr. Weeks next Tuesday to discuss that. But it was really nothing, the city staff had nothing to do with the alleged complaint. So, and then lastly, two more things. Lastly, the mayor was asked by Councilmember Smith the status of the intersection of A and Main. Late in 2025, we had Transportation Solutions do an evaluation of that intersection to see if it warranted a four-way stop at that intersection. There's 4 or 5 criteria that go into the conclusion of that study. One is sight distance, 2 is the speed in which cars are going through there and how many accidents are related to that speed. And there's 3 or 4 other criteria that are not coming to my head. But at the end of the day, the conclusion was that it warrants a 4-way stop at that intersection, but not without some consequences or some negative impacts. And the negative impacts are obviously queuing on Main Street during school. So I'm just throwing it out there for future discussions on whether or not we want to move forward with implementing a 4-way stop at that intersection. I think if council chooses to go that direction, I would advise going that direction before school starts so we can get it in place, warning signs and all the above before the heavy traffic. But that's kind of the status of that.
We did talk to Scott Harrison too as well, and he is supportive of us doing something there and would be happy to incorporate that into his welcome to school, welcome back to school stuff for Glacier as well, to make sure that we get that intersection safer. But it is as Administrator Banks pointed out, there will be some pushback from some who feel like they have to wait in traffic, and you as a council will need to decide how you want to handle that and what you would prefer to do.
Yeah. And then July 7th will be budget kickoff and financial forecast at the July 7th study session, just making you aware of that. So, did you want to bring up
I do.
Jefferson?
I do want to bring up
Happy to.
Jefferson / Wheeler, depending on who you ask. I think that there are 2 things that we could do, and I would like input from council as to direction they want us to go. Currently, the plan is to leave that road closed through Log Show weekend. And then only on Tunes of the Trails days would we close it. However, given the pretty significant increase in children out by the highway with all of the pump fights, all the activities, all of the stuff, it's summer. I wondered what council would think about closing it until school starts.
Or through concerts in the park.
Or through the
Yeah.
end of concerts in the park, right? Which would be late August, August 22nd.
Well, it's just.
Councilmember Smith.
We've been through this before. I was a huge proponent of vacating that. But yet I hear from people that are senior to me, and I'm pretty senior. That's the only way they know to go. And I, for one, can't understand if you want to turn to the south to go towards McDonald's. That's very hard there. Or if you want to turn right to go towards Enumclaw, that's pretty easy. But for some reason, we've done it this way forever. And I think it's for safety myself. I think it's a safety thing. And we obviously had a construction project that got wrapped up within max 4 weeks, and it was closed. But it's a no-brainer for this weekend for the carnival, and it's a no-brainer for the Tunes and the Trail. Personally, I'm for it until the end of summer because of all of the volume. It's safety, but that's just me.
Councilmember Burbank.
I have also been one that's been in favor of it being closed until school starts as well. So I'm not gonna, it's for safety. I get it, it's an inconvenience, but
It's actually easier for,
no, I mean
Or-
for people that,
people that-
yeah, I understand that, but ultimately summertime, there are more people out, there are more kids out, and it's a safety concern of mine, and it has been, we talked about it before, so.
And we just keep adding more stuff out on the highway, and I'm just concerned that somebody's gonna get hit.
I'm fine with it being closed.
Okay,
Yep.
and according to Administrator Banks, we don't need to do anything other than just take your advice and run with it.
we'll just post it that it's gonna be closed for the rest of the summer and
And we can reevaluate when school
what comes
starts if
next?
we want.
Yeah.
Is there a way to change that sign to say Jefferson instead of Wheeler?
Yes.
Okay.
Google also says Wheeler.
Google Maps, yeah.
Who geocached that ever?
We say Jefferson / Wheeler?
Well, it aligns with Wheeler
It does.
on the west side of 410. It doesn't align with Jefferson.
Yeah.
So I can see the confusion.
Okay, so we will then notify the community that we are going to close it through the end of the summer and reevaluate in the fall. Okay, that's great. So moving on, one more time for public comments. Does anyone else have anything they would like to come up and give 3 minutes or on, sorry?
Chamber President Taylor Stark is on and he would like to speak.
Absolutely.
I asked him to unmute. Are you there, Taylor?
Thank
There he
you.
is.
Taylor Stark, outside of the city limits, still in Buckley. Just wanted to say thank you to everyone for the help with the ribbon cutting for the pump track. Everything went well. My daughter was able to participate. So all the effort that was put in by you guys, really appreciated. The log show this weekend, the chamber has purchased multiple bleachers that we will have up on the side streets for citizens to sit down, rest, and see the parade. Just keep an eye out for that. Wanted to echo the homeless issue at the library and speaking more of as a dad to a daughter and a son, would like for that issue to be addressed by everyone in the room with the potential of unwanted people around my family. If we can take a look at that, it's a safety issue for my daughter, for my wife, for my family, as we'll be in the park. So yeah, just take a look at that. That would be great. Next, went into multiple restaurants this week and parked on Main Street and noticed that there were cars seemingly to be going faster than normal. And that could be because I was at a standstill and they were driving down Main Street. So it may have appeared that they were driving faster than normal. But I also got out of my truck and grabbed my son with a car going faster than normal, about 2 feet from me. So if there's a way for us to address the speed limit in town, I would appreciate that as a dad to kids. Next, the moratorium for the BES. I appreciate that you guys just took care of that in the moratorium. It's a health issue in the community. It's a safety issue in the community. And personally, I don't want to see that in Buckley. I didn't move to Buckley. And I didn't want to have that be part of my community. So if we can address that with the moratorium, that's fantastic. Next is the safety issue with Wheeler and Jefferson that you guys just voted on. Thank you. That is a serious safety issue that I have seen. And I'm really glad that we are choosing to close that for the summer. Thank you very much from a safety standpoint as a dad. Again, I'll be out there log show weekend. The last thing, speaking on that, Laurel with Oddfellows typically does the announcing. She will not be joining us this year. And so Chief Scogan will be doing the announcing of the entire parade. So keep an eye out for him. Chief, thank you for doing that and being okay with it. Again, appreciate everyone in the room. Thank you for all your help, and we'll see you this weekend.
Thank you, Taylor. I believe the bleachers that Taylor's referencing were purchased through LTAC funds.
Yes.
So yes, they're gonna be very handy, and they're lightweight, they're aluminum, so they can bring them in on a flatbed, set them up, so more people can sit and watch the parade that aren't able to stand long periods of time, and then move them to other events as well. So it's gonna work out really well. Okay, so if no one else, oh, Mr. Sunstrom, come on up, Pete.
Thank you. Marv Thunstrom, nickname Pete, Buckley resident. I appreciate you guys speaking on the homeless issue. I have spoke on it for quite a while. And the residents there, occupancy is growing. They sleep there all night long. I take my grandkids there, and I've spoke with Sheriff Swank. I've spoke with the head of the library system, and I've spoke with our police chief. So it'd be nice it's a huge topic in the community too. So appreciate help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Anyone else? Okay, with that, let's move on to council member comments and go to the order. Councilmember Smith.
On the Main and A Street issue, we have a natural barrier to the west, which is 410. And shortly after that, our trail crossing. And then it's a straightaway all the way down. And it is my assumption, and if my assumption is wrong, we've had a lot of growth in town, and I believe there's a lot of people that have moved out here that may not have picked up on the way we do things here. 25 miles an hour through downtown. And that is for a lot of reasons. So we put a four-way stop at Main and A, that's another barrier. And then we may have to talk about something to the east after that, but right now I think that's the thing. Cemetery, today in my travels, I went through the things on social media. I believe I identified what the gentleman was talking about, and it appears to me that somebody attended a ceremony, or maybe just visiting there when the ground was wet and they pulled off the narrow road. And so there's it's a tire indentation. It was nothing more than that. And as far as the homeless stuff goes, I don't want to demonize homeless people. I mean, if they're not committing crimes, but we also have to be able to, when they're here, and we know we have policies of the Pierce County Library that are differing with the city of Buckley, services are available, and we need to point these people into the available services that are there for them. That is all I have.
Anyone else? Council, other comments? Okay, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay,
It's been real, it's been.
that is the one.
Oh, yeah, here.
What's that?
So we have actually places to put out here. It's one place that they want this all stuff, you know?
To drive by.
This is our.
Thank you so much.